reviews, but there's 86% 1 star in terms of their operation. They're called Lazy Cowboys, worst screening company. So awful experience, horrific user experience, the worst company I have ever dealt with. So I thought I'd look up the company in Companies House, and here we go, Verifile Limited. We've got director Ben Cohen, Eyal Ben Cohen. Interesting that his nationality is Israeli, considering there's, quote, conspiracy theories, end quote, that the Israelis are trying to enslave the people of the world together with the Hindus of India, so that they become the rulers in the world, and the rest of us are slaves because they know everything about us. So I would suggest Muslims be really wary. Here's the Hindu Kapil Bhargava, who seem to be working really well with the Israelis at the moment. So there's another Israeli, perhaps his brother, who's resigned. So if you wanted more evidence, Eyal is a Hebrew name, and Eyal Ben Cohen has been interviewed after receiving an award for his satanic enslaving organization, so that the Israelis know everything about the British people, and information is power, isn't it? So that they can control and enslave us. Let's hear what he has to say in this little snippet.
Most at home is probably where I grew up, in Israel.
So he's grown up in Israel. He's got a Israeli nationality. I don't know why we're allowing him to hold our information, especially considering that, especially for Muslims, considering that the Israelis duplicate passports and then they plant them in their false flag terrorist attacks, blaming Muslims. One example is 9/11, that the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service was involved in, and the false flag in France. Well, they've done numerous false flags. We can't even count them. The Charlie Hebdo so-called massacre was carried out by the Israelis. So a bit of a blog here on riskuk.com mentions how Verifile has been given a prestigious award by the Queen. No doubt it has, because they're all Satanists working together, aren't they? And God bless Eyal Ben Cohen. His inspiration came from a high-profile bank robbery in Israel, where the perpetrator was found to have used a false identity to secure employment as an armed security provider. Oh, we can't have uh, the banks robbed, can we? The banks rob the poor, but we can't have the banks getting robbed. If you're not sure about how the banks rob the poor, just look up bank bailouts and the interests that these fat cat bankers charge. Let's have a look at the LinkedIn for Eyal Ben Cohen. Look, you can see everything about him. Well, not everything, but enough. I don't think he thought he would be under investigation, did he? He's probably immune because he's the one who can enslave the world, but we can't do anything. So he's the founder of Verifile. He's founder of WorkPass Limited. He's haven't looked up the details about that. He's the co-chair in NAPBS, National Association of Professional Background Screeners. They're spies. They're stealing our information so that they can plant it at some terrorist attack. That's what they're doing. Keeping our information so that they can, and they're really rich people, these guys. He goes on holiday to Monaco. So they can forge our documents at high quality, then plant them wherever they want. Here's the other ugly bitch, Kapil Bhargava, and it's got his records of where he works. So if you want to find him, hopefully you won't find it too difficult. So we don't need to go through Verifile, and I have told my employer I'm not going to go through Verifile. I'd rather get a basic DBS check from the government website, and you can do the same. You'll need these documents and you can apply online, and it only costs £18. So if your employer wants it, then perhaps they should pay for it. But the more of us refuse this, the easier it will be to destroy these people who are trying to enslave us. Thank you for watching. I pray that Allah guides you and grants you peace. Allahu Akbar and Allah Hafiz.